Hey everyone! Figured I'd talk about my thoughts so far in Japan. That looks suggestive. My thoughts so far in Japan. I think probably maybe a month ago. Yeah. Or maybe a little less than a month ago, 3 weeks ago. I actually started to feel quite homesick. Now, it wasn't really that bad. It probably lasted for like a few days. And I thought that was really interesting because I didn't think I would actually feel homesick in Japan. But I'm glad that I did because it made me realize that I'm okay with returning back to America. And it's good that I'm okay with returning back to America because I have to return back to America. When I first came here, I thought I would never want to leave. And so I imagined when I had to leave, I would be really, really sad and like crying on the way home on the plane. But I won't be doing that because I'm pretty okay with going home. Now, with that being said, it's not that I hate my time here in Japan. Being here has been pretty cool and a lot of awesome things have happened, and like nothing really bad has happened to me. I've adjusted very well here. I had I had a few, it's obviously it's going to be a little difficult being in a country where they predominantly speak a language you're not very good at. So there have been, a couple of things here or there having to deal with that, but it's not bad. And so I think that if I had to stay in Japan for the rest of my life, I'd be okay with it. But I would want to return to America at some point because America is where my home is. It doesn't matter how much fun I have in another place or how much more I feel like I enjoy being in another place. At the end of the day, America is my home. Specifically Florida. Now that might change, but that's my home. That's where my friends and my family is. And that's a place where I feel like I have I don't have to worry about trying to blend in so much. And it's not a bad thing, but here in Japan, it's I'm already I don't look that different from people here, but I still look pretty different from people here. So I feel like I stand out, and it's I don't want to stand out. So I always have to be conscious of doing things and in a way that wouldn't make me stand out to people, because I don't want a bunch of attention on me, if that makes any sense. But in America it's whatever, and everyone's different, so it doesn't I feel like I would never really stand out anywhere and feel like I have to be conscious about what I'm doing in order to blend in and not stand out. You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's that. And I really do miss my friends and family. It's not that I didn't think I would miss them, but it's I can't wait to see them again. And I also I miss anime conventions. And it's really ironic because you would think that oh, Japan, that's the place where cosplay and stuff comes from. You would think that that would be the best place to do it. But it's very different from in America. Now, I haven't actually been to a cosplay event here yet, but I mean, I kind of already expected this, and from what other people who have been to cosplay events here and stuff have told me, it's very different from America. A convention in Japan is not like a convention in America. First of all, in Japan, they don't happen at hotels. I mean, they happen and they don't happen. It's not a big party. That's the vibe I get from American conventions. It's it's a big party. Here, it's just you have people dress up that look really, really good. People take pictures of them. They do things, and then everyone leaves. Another thing is that you have to deal with the trains and the subways and the buses. So you have to carry all your stuff with you, find a place to change at the place, do what you want to do, change out of it, whether that be makeup and everything, pack it all up in your suitcase or whatever it is you carry yourself in, and then go on the train again. So that in itself is just such a hassle. Whereas in America, it's at a hotel. And also, if you walk around in cosplay in public, I mean, yeah, it's weird, but it's America, so you can justify I have the right to do this no laws say I can't do this. Whereas in Japan, there are rules that say you can't cosplay at certain places, and it's understandable, but it's very different. So I miss being at cons and just like being surrounded by like crazy things happening and being with my friends, making vlogs and doing my cosplay things. I mean, I missed MegaCon, MetroCon, there's Omni Expo. I know these are all like lame, derpy Florida cons, but whatever. Everyone has to start somewhere. I don't have enough money to go to Anime Expo every year, okay? Yeah, so I miss like those conventions that happen in Florida, anime conventions. It's not that I was sad, but I just like I saw people's pictures and I was like, oh, I wish I was there, but I'm in Japan, so obviously I'm okay with where I am, but I still wish I could also be there, if that makes sense. But when I go home, there is Anime Festival Orlando that happens like 14 days from when I arrive, so I have that to look forward to. It's so I'm so embarrassed and ashamed to be so excited about this. I felt a little homesick because I was working really hard with my circle for the competition we were doing, and that was just really tiring me out. Not only is it that I was practicing hard like physically, but it's just like it was a little mentally exhausting. I feel like such a baby like talking about this, but like, you know, I was the only one that didn't really fully understand Japanese. There was another girl who's from Turkey, and she has way better understanding of Japanese than me, so she could like get in on the jokes and stuff, but there were times where I just felt like really left out and bored and just like, what am I gonna do? Like, everyone's talking, what am I gonna say? And like, of course people have talked to me, like it's not like I just cornered myself away from everyone. Like, people talk to me, but it's like the conversations people have with me, they're very basic, and I feel like if anyone that doesn't speak English like tries to speak Japanese with me or tries to speak English with me, like the conversation I feel like revolves around me, because it's like it all depends on like my ability to speak whatever language they decide to speak. And so it's like I can't participate in like the big group like conversations because I don't know what's going on. So that was just like, I just felt like, like, what am I gonna do? I'll just like pretend and smile like I know what's going on, but I really don't. And not saying that's bad, like that's inevitable, like that's gonna happen no matter what. I'm like used to it in a way, but it's still like, it's just not the same as when you're just surrounded by your friends and you all speak the same language and you all can just like laugh at the same stuff and no one feels like, what's going on? Yeah, well, that's hilarious. Yeah, not to say that that was like a scarring experience, no way, but it's just, you know how it is, like you just kind of miss that feeling of just being surrounded by like your friends and just being able to just joke around and all that stuff. But they were really nice to me, so I don't want anyone to think that like they made me feel left out or anything. Like, they were really nice to me. They're really nice to me, but you know, sometimes it's just like I keep repeating myself. You just wish that you could understand what's going on, but you can't. So that's that. But yes, so I did feel homesick, but I'm over it now, and I have a month left in Japan, which is crazy. So I'm kind of like in this mood or whatever of like, you know, when people ask you like, if you were to die in the next 24 hours, what would you do? It's kind of how I feel right now. I have 1 month left. I have a lot of videos still planned, and I have a lot of things I still want to try to experience before I leave. But you can only do so much, especially when you're also doing classes, and one of them is financial management. That's really difficult, or sort of, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, this is a long video, so those are my current thoughts in Japan. I really like to do my vlogs, which are, well, I mean, this is considered a vlog too, but I really like to do my videos where I'm out and about showing stuff, but I also like to do videos like this where I can talk about my feelings and stuff and everything. I have a blog, and before I left I wanted to do a bunch of entries while I'm in Japan, but I realized my blog spot is really more of a retrospective thing. So expect a blog post when I return to America and just kind of like let everything soak in, and I post about like the observations and realizations I had and all that stuff as like a whole and throughout. I think that's that it's better. So anyways, if anyone reads my blog, I feel like no one does, which is also a reason why I don't really post on it. But if you do, thank you so much. And speaking of saying thank you, you made it this far. You listened to all of this talking about my thoughts in Japan thus far. So thanks for listening. And if you haven't already, check out my other vlogs about my semester abroad in Japan and my other videos too. And stay tuned for more vlogs of my semester abroad in Japan. And I just realized, if you're watching this video and you like discover these vlogs once I return to America and aren't making any more vlogs of my semester abroad in Japan, you would probably be confused. And now I feel like I'm thinking too far into the future. I'm thinking about the future within the future. That's a sign I need to stop making this video. So anyways, thanks for watching. Bye.